drop it.
And what's going on, guys? How is everyone doing? Good morning. How's everyone doing? All right, really quick. We have to enter a trade. Let me go ahead and set myself up. Guys, if you're in NQ, be sure. Why do I have a concurrent warning here, guys? 1 second. I can't even get into my damn trading view. Let's get out of here. Get out of here. Get out of here. Hopefully, I can get on in. All right. So, all right. All right, I'm in. And I'm just going to go ahead and buy blindly. Okay, guys. All right. What are we doing here? I'm going to show you guys something really quickly. Okay. So guys, all we have here is an alerts-driven system. We've done an update to Trend Tracker IM 10.0. This is only at gabetrades.com. And what this is going to do is going to alert you on a high probability setup. It's going to alert you on a gray bar. It's going to alert you on a yellow bar. And this is pretty much all you need. And I'm just going to go ahead and explain it to you guys of how I have my alert set up really quickly. I have a Titan GT alert, of course, that's to alert us of a trade design. And then I have my high probability setups, right? Because just because we have a trade design does not mean we have a high probability setup, right? But I want to be alerted of the trade design so that I can take a peek here and see if we have a green bar here, aka high probability setup. If not, I simply wait for the high probability setup alert. Now, what does that look like? Guys, that was this here. It was a pre-market play, high probability trade. That this was a trade design. You got your green bar here. You rode it up until you got your yellow bar, right? Or gray bar. Both of those alerts told you, hey, time to get out, right? And so, once you get those alerts, and for me, you want to have the exit alerts once per bar, right? It's yellow, and gray need to be once per bar. So as soon as it happens, you're getting the alert and you don't have to wait for the close and you go ahead and make your money. That's basically how I have it set up, right? And so let me make sure I have it set up, right? So I have here a high probability setup. That's once per bar close, right? I want to wait for that. That's once per bar close. Then I have the other alert here, which is, wait, why do I have two of the same? All right, high probability setup retracement alert. That's once per bar, right? And then we have, let me get out of here. Go to the last one here, make sure. High probability setup caution zone. I want that once per bar. I hit save. And I'm good to go. So basically, all that's going to happen here is I will hang out in this trade until one of those alerts prompt me. That's all I'm really doing, guys. You know, for let me show you guys something. It's another great example. Although I do not encourage pre-market trade design here, right? We got the bar here. You had your exit signal here, right? But then you got another green bar alert here, right? Which is the continuation of this trend of which page, right? So what this means is it allows you to be alert driven, right? So, people talk about Fed speakers, yes, you want to be aware of the times, right? So 8:30 is a critical time, 10 o'clock, critical time, 12 o'clock, 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock, all critical times. But guys, I'm just trading my system. And I want you guys to set up these alerts. If you're not in Gabe Trades, you're doing yourself a disservice. but you all should be over at game trades as well, especially if you're really serious, especially if you have an understanding of the system and it's making you money. Take that step up. Get on over to gametrades.com. Anyways, but you got to develop that faith in the system and doing what the system tells you. Okay. I frankly, I'm just getting really tired of repeating myself, and I look in the chat and uh, here's the thing. I'll be very, very frank with you guys. If you guys are going to be in market talk over at 1348, when you're talking about bullshit like 30 minutes and this, that, and the other, it's like just shut up. You're not adding any value, right? All we're doing is trading confluences. If you're going to go ahead and look for confluences on other time frames, if that's because you're trading those time frames, great. I trade the 5-minute. I sit on a 5. I use what the 5-minute is telling me. And we built the system out where I have enough confidence in it. Do I have to zoom in for you? This is a quick, little, easy $400, $500 while I'm lecturing you. I could just go ahead and take that profit, right? But I'm going to hang out in this trade until I get something that's actionable. Actionable meaning I get an alert, right? Something goes yellow or something goes gray. Really, that's simple. Now, let's go ahead and talk about the rules here. Are we above the 200? Yes. Are we above VWAP? Yes. Trade design up? Cool. We have a bias. We have to trust it. Whatever your 1% is, that's what your 1% is. I'm seeing a whole lot of greed, especially from the prop firm faction of traders in my community. I really don't like you. I'm going to be honest. The prop firms, traders, you're abusing the system. Granted, yeah, you're making a whole lot of money, but it's like, when are you guys going to go ahead and start trading your own accounts? That's where the real money's at. You're not going to get rich off of a prop firm. I'm just being honest. And I'm sorry I'm coming in on a Friday and I'm ranting. It's just that I took some time off this week, and all I did was just hover and watch what everybody was saying and just literally disgust me. We have a community of gamblers, not traders, and no one really has a true sense of what they're doing because no one really wants to submit to the system. So therefore, we're creating these alerts so that you guys can condition yourselves to submit to the system. There's a reason why people over at Game Trades are fucking killing it, and then everybody here at 1348 is just, you're all tugging each other's dicks, which is just really, really fucking sad. I want everybody on the same page. You trade the system. That's it. Okay. So also, we have a return of Great Babe. I'm sure you guys saw that. That's really cool. Great Babe, welcome back. Where the fuck you been? Cool. Hope to see you in the chat. But yeah, we're just hanging out here. I got nothing else to do. Nothing else to do, guys. This was a trade. This is a textbook 1348 moment. We have a 10 o'clock trade up, trade design up, right? And we have all our confluences. I traded small enough, 3 contracts. All right. We're hanging out here. I'm not going in 20 contracts. I'm not doing any of that, right? Everybody tells me like, hey, Dave, why don't you trade small like the little man? I don't know if you guys have noticed, but that's what I'm doing. I'm trading small like the little man, like 3 contracts as opposed to, 10, 15, 20. I got to make it worth my time too, but I trust my system. I make a living on my system. Like, you guys really don't pay me dilly squat. Honestly, I'm just being frank here. Okay. So here we go. We're rocking and rolling. Let's just see this trade pan out. Now, full disclaimer, while I was getting my haircut, I had my barber, first chit chat, and we're talking. I made $1,800 on 3 contract pre-market, right? Again, highlighting the system. Trade design up, above the 200, above the up, whatever you want to use. Then do we have green bars? Yes, go, right? And we held on to that trade until the first yellow bar. I did nothing special, right? What I'm doing, guys, is leveling the playing field where you don't need skill or intellect. You just need to do as told, right? So if you got mommy daddy issues because you were a stubborn fucking child, go deal with that first before you come to me, because I'm not going to deal with you. just being honest. Okay. So we're just hanging out here. Nothing to do. If you can't stomach the drawdown, don't be in this trade. That's it. Now, this is NQ. A lot of you should be playing M and Q. Now, M and Q, You'd be down $93 at this point. Nothing too crazy. $93 on MNQ. $96. Nothing too crazy. Okay. And I'm going to hold until I'm told not to hold anymore. Now, a lot of you guys have forgotten that this is truly your risk box right here at 22.26, right? Now, based on my risk, it's telling me I got to go 28 contracts, but guys, I'm going really, really, really small, right? Based on my risk, I'm 28 contracts, super small here. I'm just going to wait, right? Guys, the whole thing here is just I want you guys to be able to trade so small that you can wait out the whole entire day. If that makes sense. You trade so small that you wait out the entire day. It's really, right, really what you need to do. And Brian Booker says, can you show the 1 minute time frame on trend tracker? No. There's a whole lot of noise. Why would we do that? Now, if you guys want me to trade on a 1 minute, I could trade on the 1 minute. But what are you going to learn here? You're not going to learn much of anything. The 1 minute here, trade design, we had green bars here until we had failure, right? We had some more green bars. And then, of course, now we got the trade design down going into the, this is going to be the 200 here. Okay. So now we're going to go back to the 5 minute. There's no reason to trade the 1 minute. If anyone's trading the 1 minute, like you are really giving yourself a heart attack for no reason. You're giving yourself a heart attack for no reason. All right. Now, we don't need trading to be a Twitch shooter like Call of Duty. We don't. Okay. And that's it. So, but I do challenge the leading members of our community. What I do challenge you to do is start posting your actual portfolio gains, whether in percentages or dollar amounts, whatever you're most comfortable with, right? Stop the prop firm nonsense. Like, it just makes no fucking sense to me. This is the prop firm nonsense. I look at the same people posting the same stuff in the prop firm room, and I'm wondering, it's like, why you keep posting? If you're actually winning and making money, why you keep posting? Right? Why am I seeing a new PA account? Or why am I seeing a new live account? Why do you keep posting? That means you're failing and then reposting, right? And you need that confirmation bias for yourself. It's like, no, ain't nobody in this community a fucking star. Just zip it, make your money, move on with your life. Now, if you're trading real money a portfolio, let's go for it. Show the world that it can be done, and it truly is that easy. I didn't build the system for prop firms. I really don't care for prop firms, okay? So, for those who just love shiny prop firm games, I mean, shit to me, it ain't even real. It ain't even your money until you fucking take it out. And they're telling you can't take it out for what? Once every 14 days? It's like, get over yourself. Get a real account, start trading real money, show the world that you could actually do it. And in fact, for those who actually trade real money, they'll find that you're a better trader than if you were trading a prop firm. All right. So here we are. Yeah, it's just a Pepsi. It's a Rolex. It's just a Pepsi. Thank you, by the way. Thank you for noticing. Bro, we talked about Tradios. Like, damn, now watch. Can't wait to stick his ass up. Chill out, man. Anyways, let's wait to see what this trade does. That's it. There's nothing to do. And then my brother is like, bro, why is you calling me? Yeah, I'm on the street, bro. What's up? How you my brother and I know I'm streaming? Fucking failure. Love you, bro. I'll talk to you later. Fucking failure. Oh, man. So, guys, look. Okay. This trade is literally flashing for me right now. It's flashing. I got great candles. It's telling me to get out. That's what it's telling me to do. That's what it's telling me to do. It's telling me to get out. Right. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get out. Right. And this has to be ideally kind of close, but I'm just going to go ahead and get out. And I lost $1,200. Okay. No. What I'm going to do now is say, okay, I'm going to use the 84% rule. And I'm just going to go ahead and have a buy order there, right? Now, I sort of kind of want to forcefully create a 2-to-1 for myself. So I'm going to go ahead and modify this. And I'm going for 6 contracts. Now, if I want a 3-to-1, I'll go 9 contracts. Guys, the beauty in this as well, you could trade so small that when you take that L, because you trade so small, you could scale up within the limits of your entire allocation and skew the risk to reward in your favor. But it has to be within your entire allocation. So if your max risk was 4 contracts, you could start with 1, you get beat up. All right, cool. I want a 4-to-1 the other way. Now you got 4 contracts the other way. Makes sense, right? We're dynamically skewing a risk to reward in our favor. But also what I'm doing is I'm maintaining conviction and faith in my system here. Now, we do have the 200 and we do have VWAP here. I could expect a bounce from there, right? Upon expecting that bounce, I can go ahead and play that bounce because I certainly can. Okay. Why? Because it's VWAP and the 200. So now we have to go ahead and see if there's a reaction to that. Being nine contracts, right? If I go ahead and do 9 contracts, I'm going to be in profit. And I'm going to end up, I'll be profitable much sooner, right? Because I scale bigger. So everything's bullish still, right? So what I'm looking at this is like, oh, you're giving me a chance to get a better price. That's how I'm looking at this as a chance to get a better price. Is this delayed? It's YouTube is 15 seconds, dude. This delayed 15 seconds is YouTube. Do not follow me trade here. That's what study hall is, and we will start study halls for study hall members, and for the day trade members, we'll begin those. Though study hall streams are live. Okay, so nothing to do here. We have the view up there. What we're gonna do is we're gonna see if we get a bounce off of that, right? Looking at this, like, we're still bullish, guys. We're still bullish. Still trading up. Okay. That's a very, very aggressive candle down. I could very easily just say, okay, come down lower. If you come down to VWAP, I'm going to buy. Right? So it fills me there. Let's see if we get a bounce. We're going to get the bounce off of VWAP there. That was a very aggressive candle. Caught me with my pants down really quick. Really did catch me with my pants down, but I'm good. I'll be fine. There's only 9 contracts here. We're going to get the bounce off. We get the bounce off of here. There's VWAP and the 200. Some really, really strong levels there. Okay. So I'm just going to play, play this bounce. Now, when is this trade no longer valid for me? It's no longer valid for me once I get it close. It kind of close below this level here. Okay. We're taking this trade down. Right now, the system telling you don't take the trade, right? Do nothing. Right. No, I don't look at anything when trading in Q. I'm just looking at this here. And let's see. XX. How many minutes do we have on this candle? We have 3.5 minutes. We're going to get this bounce off of here. That's what it looks like. We have nothing here showing us to get into this trade. Nothing going red just yet. So this could very well be a bounce. And I'm here for it. So let's zoom on in and let's have proof of concept. Market, show me and show them how powerful the VWAP and the 200 EMA is. Okay, because that's what I'm playing right now. I am playing the bullish bounce off of this level here. So we're going to see. Of course, we got 3 minutes left on this trade. Not too worried. Now you guys saw me on the first trade. It lost like over $1,000. Cool. It's all relative. So let me actually get in on this conversation. ES broke below 200. Let's see. Do I look at ES when I'm trading? No, I don't. Why do you guys insist on giving yourself more work to do? We're not going to look at ES to trade here. That doesn't make any sense, right? You know, that's the equivalent of? That's the equivalent of like sleeping with your wife, but fantasizing about your coworker. Yeah. Anyways, here we go. We still have X's here. So still nothing to do. Still nothing to do for me here. Right. Also, guys, this highlights a really, really, really good point, and something that I talk about often is that you don't really, if for the small port folks and for the folks who are trading prop firms, you really don't want to take any trades around this zone here, around the 200 or around your VWAPs. You really don't want to go ahead and do that. You don't. All right. So we're going to wait for candle close. It looks like things are coming on down. Did we get a flicker? Yes. We're going to close on that candle in about a minute. I think that's really good enough for me, honestly. Let's see. And so this is why we do not trade against the 200 or anything like that. So we could go ahead and say, all right, we're going to close the position. Okay. Let's see if we get a little bit of a balance. See if it makes it cheaper for me. No, I'm going to close that position. All right. So you guys are watching me lose money. Still trading small so that I can make money. Right. So now what I want to do is I want to take this down and I want to trust the system now. We're going to take this down. Okay. So we're going to zoom on in. We're going to take this down. We're below the 200. We have a trade design down. We have a red bar. We're going to go down. Okay. So for shits and giggles, for those who are keeping score, I lost $1,000 and I lost 5,000. So I'm down 6. For those with MNQ, you'd be down about 600 if you traded with the size, but you guys are trading small. Okay. And the reason why we trade small is so that we can be right and be okay and not be, I guess, freaked out when we lose a trade. Okay. Let's see. Brad Booker says you need GT500 on. I'm actually trying to prove a point here. I'm not going to use the GT500. I just want to show the system as an alerts-driven system, right? I can certainly go ahead and embarrass myself live, and I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that. The system told me when to go short. I had to respect it, and now I'm short. Okay. So in doing so, let's go ahead. Go back to this trade. All right. So now you guys see, I went ahead, I allowed myself to lose, and I put myself in a winning trade, right? I kept it within the constraints of my allocation, Now now currently $7,000. I am profitable with $7,000. We're going to see it come down more, or I could go ahead and say, all right, I'm break even here, right? But no, I'm trusting my system. We're going to trust the system down. It's telling us it's going down. 8,000. We got 9,000, 10,000. Okay, so we're approaching a 1.5 to 1 here, right? I took 2 trades and I lost a little bit in excess of 6,000. I went ahead and kept my size small so that I can play the proper direction following the system. That's all I wanted to show you guys, right? Waiting for this, and then this was what we needed to wait for. Make sense, guys? Hold on. I need to see some hands right now, man. Because guys, I'm sure this is a 2 to 1. This is over a 2 to 1 for me right now. Right? It's $14,000. Come on. Do you guys are seeing this? $15,000. Come on. Like 15. We're going on 16. I ain't got shit to prove. That's 17. I'm taking my money. Done. Done. So here you guys have it, right? We took the trade up here, fucked around, found out. The gray candle told me, get out, right? And I'm like, oh, okay, whatever. I waited for the break here. It told me what it needed to tell me. I went ahead, followed the rules. We're below the 200 trade design down, bar down, right? You know, at the end of the day, I want to show you guys something. I want to show you guys something. You guys ready? I'm going to show you guys something in case you were sleeping on it too. Because I'm really like just done with this, right? Let me show you guys something. I traded against the level, and that's why it failed. Even our levels, guys, if you respect what the system is telling you, and you see that level, you will understand why you reject it from here. You understand why maybe we don't take that trade here. Why? Because, guys, we have a very simple rule. If we break this level, we want a candle body close above it, right? Then it came down to reject, broke this level. We got a candle body below it. Broke the V1 by 200. Cool. Candle body came, penetrated down here. Like, hey, you know what? That's more than enough evidence. I have red bars here, baby. Let's go. Let's make money. Trust your charts, not your heart. Guys, you will make money. I do this every day. I do this live, and make no mistake. Trade is boring to me. I create my own challenges. The settings I have, I'll go ahead and post the settings. It's just I have GT 500 off. That's it. Really, that's all I have. I have the 200 on. I have the EMAs off. I have GT 500 off. I have VWAP on, 200 on. And I have the GT line on. Well, not GT line, the S3B line. S3B line, S3B BM. 1% on half allocation, the system kills. Absolutely. Yeah. But now let me call my brother. Watch this. So I'm getting him into trading. He's actually doing pretty well. You took that trade? Yeah. You made your 1%? Good. That's it. Good boy. You're alive. Yeah. Want me to pull up your stats? It's not about how much, it's about percentage, right? All right, cool. Guys, I'm going to show you my brother's stats. He knows nothing about trading. He's a car salesman. He knows nothing about trading. Damn simple. All right, bro. I'll talk to you later. Peace. Yeah. Real Force Gaming says I create my own challenges. You know what? Not only do I create my own challenges, but I think a lot of people create their own challenges too, right? It's like sometimes we overcomplicate things. Derek is 1.5% and he's out. That's dope. That's dope. Uh, let's see. Uh, Younger brother. He's the younger brother. I'm the oldest. I'm the oldest. Let me get this up. I'll show you. Why does it change a little want to fucking load for me? Come on. It's not loading. There you go, Spooky. I want you guys using your real accounts because Apex ain't gonna let you trade that way. You guys, if you're trolling drawdown, Apex got you like, lift up, lift up, lift up, lift up, right? You can't absorb any type of real drawdown. And because of that, that creates a level of uncertainty. That's the only edge that I give to Top Step is that they don't have that trailing drawdown, but they go ahead and they make sure, right? Especially with a $150,000 account, that your end of day drawdown is always going to be 3,500, right? So you can't even really scale with that, right? Because you're limited by that risk. With Apex, when you pass trailing drawdown, it becomes a proper account. So it's just uh, one company is banking on that you're gonna hit your stop all the time. The other one's banking on that they're going to fatigue you and fuck up your trader psychology with a trailing drawdown. That's their gimmick, right? If you remove those gimmicks, guys, you could be incredible traders. You could be incredible traders. Let's see. Let me get my brother up. This all let me click. Guys, okay, here we go. Everything's acting wonky. Trade's like really acting wonky. Actually, yeah, you took that trade down. Hey, you made your 1%. What you make?
I mean, I got stopped out on the trade up and then I just took the trade down. So I'm up like 0.8% today.
0.8%. Pretty close to 1%. 0.8%. That's good. Dope. All right. Cool. Everybody's winning. Yeah, you guys, you know that the system works when everybody takes the same trade and makes money on it. Now, there's the number varies, right? Whether it's port size, it varies by port size, or just varies by like someone's ability to hold, right? Because technically that trade is still valid. We don't have a yellow signal or anything like that, right? But that first loss, this was a corrective trade for him. So that first loss sort of kind of like wobbles you a little bit. The guys are human. So wobbles him a little bit. He goes ahead, he secures the bag. He's still up 0.8, correct?
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah.
Was that your 3 trades for the day? Oh, he still has a little more to make 0.25 for 1%. All right, dude. Thanks. Peace. Later. All right. So wait, no, that's not my brother. Oh, geez. Joey, TradeZella is acting really funny. It was say that you had like freaking a couple of million in your bank account. Like, what? TradeZella is acting up. Who's anybody experiencing that too? Fucking acting up. Oh, got to mentor mode. Everything's just Yeah, it's acting up, right? Jeez. Uh, let's see. Let's see. Okay, impressive. Okay, guys. These are my brother's stats. You guys ready, right? Now, he knows nothing about trading. I tell him exactly what he has to do. Make sure you have your color confluences. That's really all you're doing, right? Um, really can't complain. I'll get on him about his risk to reward, but his stats, starting with a $10,000 account of his own money this week. Okay. So $10,000 of his own money this week, he's up 753. Damn near 10%. Can someone tell me if their 401k is returning 10% annually right now? Because we're up 7.5% currently. Right, at 753. Went 77% of his trades just trusting the system. Profit factor 2.3, wins 100% of his days. And then this trade was he oversized a little bit and we talked about it. But the reason why it's killing his average right here is because he's winning a lot more at like $93 on average and only lost 4 trades. Okay. But yeah, we can't have the 254 losses, that type of thing. All right. So it was a 254 loss. Um, I'm assuming he's following me trading as well. So to avoid that 254 loss, we have to go ahead and trade smaller in size. So let me go ahead and see. This is my brother, guys. I'll go ahead and rip him a new one later. Okay, so the reason why he lost to 254 is because his allocation's 3, but he's trading 5. Come on, bro. Come on. Your risk is 3. So by trading 3 instead of 250, it's more like 145, something like that, with 3 contracts instead of 5. Right? World of a difference. Okay. But either way, good stuff. It's just started, guys. We just started. His all score is 72, playing 4-5. That's his all score with a profit factor 2.3. That's dope. We have to size smaller, bro. You size smaller, build up the winning trade, you're good. Now, let's go ahead and look at what happened. I mean, oh my God, did I leave a lot of money on the table? We're actually going to prove something out here. How many of you are still in the trade, right? Because technically, you could still be in trade because nothing alerted you. Micros. It's always micros. It's $10,000. If it's $10,000, you should be trading micros. If you guys aren't prop firms, you should be trading micros, right? Because the drawdown is only like $3,500, $4,500. So you should be trading micros. So you guys see, like, it legit, you can hold until you're told not to. So who cares if we got stopped out here inside this level? This is the trade of the day. And if you wait patiently for a trade design and a hold of confluences with Trend Tracker, by the way, the Trend Tracker over at Gabe Trades allows me to use the VWAP as a governing trend. That's unique to Gabe Trade members. But I'm chilling. We get to chill, make a whole lot of money. Even if it was, let's see, if we change this over to, let's see, the 200 EMA, for the most part, it's pretty much the same thing for this specific trade. Using VWAP gives you a slight advantage over time by about 4 or 5 percentage points. When we're talking about hundreds of thousands, millions of dollars, that's a whole lot, right? And that's the whole goal. That's where we're trying to get you to. So the system is created for me, guys. Like, for me to make money. Okay. Like, anyways, let's go ahead and see. This is the type of situation you get back in. No. Okay. If you got into this trade and you got a 1% or 1.5% in this particular trade, and you got out of the trade, don't go back in. Wait for the next trade design setup with multiple confluences, right? Because we're at a point here where we don't know if we're going to bounce off this level. We don't know if we're going to break down on this level. We don't know if this is going to go ahead and print yellow. So if we took this trade and we said, yeah, man, I took my 1%. Boom. Wait for the next trade design and see if you make more. But don't force it in that trade. I think that's an issue a lot of traders have, is that they get back into the trade when the trade is pretty much already ran its course, right? There's a reason why you got out of the trade. Now you really have to think about what got you in the trade other than your need and want for more, right? Because there's really no thesis to it other than your need and want for more, right? Because you're like, oh, damn, I can make more. You make more, you wait for the next trade. That's it. That is it. This system proves itself daily, guys. You see me make money daily. One percent is good enough. 1%. Let me show you guys something, man. You guys are crazy. You guys are just nuts. Let me show you. Come on. I'm going to show you. Let me show you this. You start appreciating percentages even more, right? I know we do this all the time with the compound calculator on a daily, but it needs to be done, right? This is what I want you guys to do. Right? Put in a dollar amount, let's say 10,000, right? And you put in 1% that we're compounding daily for 252 trading days. We go ahead and 11x that, right? Guys, what I want you to do, right? What I want you to do when you come to this, what I want you to do is scroll all the way down. I want you to click that CSV button. It's going to download your entire schedule. Then I want you to print it. And every day that goes by and you meet that 1% minimum, put an initial next to your name. Fact is, my brother's schedule, he's 3 or 4 days ahead of schedule. Now, let me show you something else here. Okay, we're going to scroll all the way back. So this is 1% compounded, where you make 11x basically, $112,000 on a year with 1%. But if we change this to 1.1, just that extra 0.1, guys. Look at the world of a difference. I'm at 0.2. Just, come on, this is a 0.2. It's a world of a difference. Just that extra point, right? A 0.3 is probably going to get you an extra 100K. That 0.3 extra is going to get you an additional 130,000. And so what is this doing? This is showing you that you shouldn't live in the dollar signs, the world of dollar signs, live in a world of percentages. That little extra 0.1 is going to make a world of a difference. Hold up. That extra 0.1 going against you would also make a difference. So if you're up 1%, 1.2, 1.8, 2%, be done, right? You're on pace. There's a schedule. You'll find that you're ahead of schedule. And once you get ahead of schedule, guys, you'll start realizing like, I don't need to rush anything. Naturally, you're going to find yourself ahead of schedule. The system lends 70% of the time. It's going to get you a 1-to-1 above 70% of the time with the VWAP settings or the no trend tracker 10.0 that you find over at Game Trades. It's going to get you better than that. So what if What are we doing? Stop being greedy. Stop chasing dollars. Chase your percentages every day. Challenge yourself. And that's what I love about this here. Because once you print this, right? Once you print this here, you print that. Guess what? You are constantly in a game against yourself. You're not in the game. You won't feel the pressure of the community and other people showcasing their games because I know that's a thing. People are like, oh my God, this person made $4,000. I want to make $4,000 now. You're always in competition with yourself when you have a schedule where you need to be. Okay. So Merle says, hey, Gabe, on the chart next to your 200, what's that indicator, the green and red zone? That's a VWAP. So anyways, I want you guys to print this schedule so you're always competing against yourself. Meaning hold yourself accountable. And that is the beauty of having that schedule and then signing your initial. And then every single day that passes, you'll say like, oh my God, I had a schedule. How many of you are using that chart, right? And getting your 1%? How many of you are ahead of schedule? Oh, and you got a sticker. It's like a scratch and sniff sticker. Hey, strawberry, you guys remember that? Yeah, we were little. Oh man, I used to love it, right? Oh man, it just come to think about it. I'm like, look at like I'm smelling a stripper's underwear. Ugh. Anyways, all right, cool. Everyone's using it. There you go, Joey. Gojo Motorsports, guys. He's ahead. That's what we want to see. Okay. Um. Yeah, guys, come on. It don't have to be that hard. They trust the system, right? And so when I lost, there was a reason for losing. Let's talk about it. Trade up, got beat up by the level. And then all we had to do was just wait for the next trade design. We broke below the 200, et cetera, et cetera. Hey guys, you remember someone asked earlier, is it time to get in? Right? After no. If you came in this late, now you're hurt. Instead of like saying, okay, well, I got my 1% and I'm done. Right? Do you like VWAP or 200 EMA governing trend? I use the VWAP governing trend. Well, I hope you guys learned something. Happy Friday. Stop overcomplicating things, guys. I just showed you simply how to use the system. Trade design up. Yeah, cool. All things are valid. Level, rejected, expected it. Okay, cool. Trade design down. Need to break 200 VWAP. Broke the level. Cool. Trade design down. Got our bars. We ran, right? This is a trade design up. We got our bars. We had to take that trade. We still manage our risk because of that level, or we wait for the break of the level, right? We wait for the break of the level and the candle close above it right here. That's all we're waiting for. Okay. It is simple. Trade design, trend tracker. Levels, respect. Okay. Good. I'll see you guys next week. That was easy. And by the way, yesterday, I was hanging out with my brother. We were having breakfast. And I told him, I'll make $40,000 today. And that's exactly what I did. I sent him to screenshot. It was too easy. So, I mean, I'm up like 13 grand today. Like, I'm done. This is boring, man. This is boring. I'm just bored with it. That's how good the system is. Now he has everything we need it to be for uh, a a bot, maybe. Yeah. Anyways, I'm signing out, guys. We're done. Peace.